Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the lucky mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this new moon in Gemini, May 30th, 2022, psychic crystal reading for each of the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. You might want to watch the entire video because this new moon could affect your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. So depending on what your elements are for those corresponding signs, you might want to watch the entire video. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, sometimes your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So before we get started, I'm going to give you a little information on the astrology of this new moon in Gemini. Here is some astrology information about this new moon in Gemini, May 30th, 2022. Gemini rules the mind and communication. This makes it a great time for making plans, new ideas, and going for any new opportunities. You may find that you'll be speaking your mind and being forthcoming with your desire and plans. Since this is the first new moon in the eclipse season, it will be important in the areas of our confidence to make moves forward and will also broaden our minds and perspectives. It will also bring in motivated, new, fresh energy. However, be aware this Gemini new moon will be influenced by Mercury in retrograde and can cause some mental fogginess. These effects of this new moon will last 2 weeks and up to 30 days. Now on to the psychic part of this video. So I'm starting with the element of earth. This is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Some of you earth signs are going to really feel motivated to bulldoze ahead on projects, plans, opportunities, and really be inspired to get things done. And you may have this feeling like, it's up to me, everything's up to me. Like you may feel like there's a lot of burdens or responsibilities being put on you. Maxie's sleeping right here next to me. So if you hear loud snoring, your friend has shown up to give you background noise. You may also feel like there's something that you want to put a down payment on or put like a deposit on to hold your place in a program, a class, a purchase of something, purchase of a home or something, or to hold your place in line. I feel like you're going to feel like this is a motivating, action-oriented 2 weeks to 30 days for you earth signs. Some of you could have something that you could cash in on, because I hear cashing in on something big. It could be on investments, or it could be on a sale of a home, or I don't know, cashing in if you're gambling. I don't know, but I get cashing in big. So you could have some like windfalls of cash or money come to you. You could get a bonus or a raise or, I don't know what. It could be a variety of ways, but cashing in, getting money comes up for some of you earth signs. Some of you will be talking to somebody that is a good networking opportunity, or that gives you a leg up in some way. Like it could be a boss, a higher up, a manager, a supervisor. It could be somebody that could hire you for something that you're not working at yet. But I get some of you getting some kind of leg up in some way. Some of you earth signs are going to find that you're going to catch up with old friends or catch up with old classmates, old friends, old relatives. They don't have to be old, but, you know, people you've known for a long time. Catching up with them is likely over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. Be careful you're not eating too much earth signs. You may have a tendency to, or eating, I'm also seeing like too much fats, like fatty foods, too much oil, butter, cream, anything that has high fat content. Or you may indulge too much in that over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. And it could wreak havoc in your system or cause you to gain weight. So you have to be careful of that. And some of you earth signs need to not try so hard, like try too hard to impress somebody or try too hard when you're physically working out. You could, because I'm getting, sorry, Maxie's giving you the motorboat snore. It could cause you to, like you could overexert yourself or you could overdo it. Be careful you don't overdo it. Like, you know, you could try too hard to impress somebody and that could backfire or not work out for you. Really, Max? Stop snoring so loud. And if you have any feelings of tiredness or feeling under the weather, make sure you're taking care of yourself, getting enough rest. Don't overdo it. You could have a tendency to overdo it and so when you feel tired, make sure you're getting enough rest. That's the other caution or advice for the earth signs. So I hope those messages were of help to you and I hope they made sense. And if you would like to get more detailed messages for your specific zodiac sign where I look into the crystal and give you psychic predictions and messages for those, for your sign. You could get my June psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac. That link will be down below. And if you haven't gotten May's yet, that will also be down below in the description box in the Show More section. There's a little arrow that if you click on that arrow, it will show all the links below if you didn't know what I'm talking about when I say down below in the video. Also, on my website, theluckymermaid.com, go to the videos page and the links will be there for those crystal readings. So now on to the element of fire. Element of water. I don't want to throw myself off. Element of water. This is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Water signs, you may feel like this new moon in Gemini is making you go round and round in circles. And this could be like, you know, you may be wandering around going, what was I doing? Or you go to one thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. Or you could just be overly busy, but it could also be happening in your mind. Because remember, Gemini rules your mind and your communications. Some of you water signs are going to want to break free from some kind of ties that are binding you. It could be a job you want to break free from, a relationship, some kind of situation or circumstance that you find yourself in. Some of you water signs may find that you're getting along better with some people that maybe you had tenuous, tricky relationships before. Over the next 2 weeks to 30 days, you may find that you're getting along better with them. Some of you water signs are going to be devising a plan about how you can enter into something new that you want to do. It could be devising a plan to break into a new career, devising a plan of something you want to tackle in your home and construction, reconstruction, or anything like that, or coming up with a plan of action in some kind of work project at your job or at a business. Like you're coming up with some kind of plan here, water signs. Some of you water signs could make an important friend or an important alliance over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. And this person, whether it's a friend or an alliance to do with work or whatever, is going to prove to be extremely important later on. You may like them now or feel like, oh, they're nice or it's a good connection, but later on, it's going to be really pay off for you. And you're going to be like, wow, this is a great connection that I made. Some of you water signs are going to get a special project that's going to be given to you. You could create it yourself, but I feel like those of you that are working for another business or company, don't be surprised if your employer, or it could be in a home setting where your significant other or somebody else, roommate, significant other, gives you some kind of special project or plan to do. But I feel for many of you, this is a work project, a business project. Some of you water signs could get engaged. There could be a proposal of marriage could come up here for you. Or you could see progress, positive progress in a love relationship for some of you water signs. Be careful, water signs. One of your cautions is you could be overthinking things and thinking too much. And also be careful if you have taken time off or you're taking time off or a leave of absence or too much of a pause from work. You could find it's kind of rough to get back into the game after too much time off. So that's another caution for the water signs. And the other caution for the water signs is you need time to heal. So if you've injured yourself or you've had some kind of sickness or surgery, don't, it may sound contradictory to what I just said. So, because, if you take too much time off, you can't get back into the game. I feel like that's a vacation or a leave of absence. Could even apply to what I'm saying here. But my guides are also saying, if you've had any surgery or illnesses, don't not take enough time to heal. So that's a tricky one right there with the cautions. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the element of fire. This is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I feel that the fire signs are going to tend to be very bold, outgoing, and courageous over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. And you may be quite apt to take risks and chances. Some of you fire signs may be really using your mental acumen and trying to figure out, like really dissect problems or find solutions, especially if it has anything to do with budgets, finances, spending, but it could even be like work problems if you have a job, but it could be at home with your financial picture and, like I said, budgets and finances. You may be trying to find solutions and solve problems in those areas. Some of you fire signs are going to embark on some kind of training program. It could also be a class, a seminar, a webinar, but it could also be like a training program of some sort or schooling. Some of you fire signs may feel like you want to set up and create new boundaries. Now, this could be, I feel that they mean boundaries with people, but it could also be boundaries of your property. It could be putting up fencing, or, pavers, walls, brick walls, whatever, but it could be personal boundaries. If you make any kind of presentations, or whether it's on a video, or if it's a speech, a presentation of some sort at work, or a toast, or a eulogy, or whatever, you're going to make a big stir. Like, it's going to impress people what you're going to do. It's a blessing. It's a positive thing. Some of you fire signs are going to cast aside your fears and embark on some relationship. Now, for many of you, I feel this is a love relationship, but it could be a relationship of a friendship, a business partnership. It could be some other type of relationship, but it's like you've had fears or doubts about it in the past, but now this new moon in Gemini is going to make you cast those fears and doubts aside, and you're going to embark on some type of relationship. Again, some of you it's romantic, some of you it's a different type of relationship. Some of you fire signs, if you're working, you're going to get a raise. Or if you own your own business, there'll be some kind of increase in your income coming in from, clients, customers, from your products and services that you offer. Be careful of exaggeration and gossiping and telling stories, gossiping or exaggeration. That's one of the cautions for the fire signs for over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. Be also careful of getting entangled in tricky, dicey situations. So you have to really pay attention to your intuition, fire signs. If you think that that a circumstance or a situation or people that you could be getting involved with in some way, in some manner, seems shifty or shady, pay attention to it, because you don't want to get entangled into things that are going to cause you trouble later on. And some of the fire signs need to be careful that you're not fixating on or getting obsessed about something. You could be getting where you can't stop thinking about something. Maybe it's something you want to buy, or a relationship you want to get in, or something that somebody said or did to you, or something that's going on out in the world. But if you find yourself getting fixated and obsessed about it, that's one of the cautions. That's something that could kick up for some of the fire signs over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. So, as I say, if you would like to get more specific messages for your specific sign, not just your element, you can get my psychic crystal readings for June of 2022 by clicking on the link down below in the description box, that little arrow that drops down. You'll see all the videos I have linked below that are connected to my Vimeo videos on demand pages. And also you could get the May readings. I just had somebody purchase a Vimeo video. They accidentally got April instead of May, and they said it totally made sense to them, and they gave me a very long description of what was going on with them at their work. So you might want to get May's crystal reading, but June is also available. You can also get them on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. The links are there. Just look for your heading, click on the link of this zodiac sign you want, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. And Max is snoring away to give you confirmation that maybe you should check those out. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the element of air. This is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. For the air signs, you may feel like this energy from this Gemini new moon brings in complicated, complex and possibly confusing energy for you. Some of you air signs are going to feel like you want to break down barriers, anything that's been stopping you, blocking you, holding you back. You're going to feel like extra motivated, like you want to push forward on things and maybe even like change your life, make changes to your life. And some of you air signs may find that you're going to go above and beyond to do things. Like, I don't see you doing things in a small way. If you want to go on a diet, you're going to go on it in a big way. If you want to start a new exercise regime, you're going to go on it in a big way. If you want to renovate your house or, I don't know, make big purchases, whatever it is, you're going to be going for it in a big way from the energy of this new moon in Gemini. You may even find yourself talking endlessly, where you're not even realizing you're doing it. And you may have friends or family or coworkers around you go, whoa, you know, can you be quiet? Some of you air signs are going to find out how useful something you already did has been, and like get positive feedback and like get good references, good referrals, positive feedback. So you're going to find out that something you did was extremely helpful or useful to other people. And in turn, it ends up being like kind of like a blessing for yourself as well. Some of you air signs are going to find out your talents and your skills are getting acknowledged, recognized, and appreciated. Some of you air signs, some more money could come to you through some kind of sideline job or outside source over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. Could even be like a short-term gig. Some of you air signs, your caution is you could be spending too much money, so you need to slow it down. And you could find yourself, air signs, fighting over the small stuff and sweating the small stuff. And that's a caution for you to avoid doing that. You could find yourself like bickering with people or being micromanaging and being picky and persnickety over little things that in the long run, not everything has to be perfect and it may not end up mattering later on. And the air signs need to be careful. If you start engaging in any conversation with people and acting like you know, like you're an expert on something or you know about something that you don't really know all the answers, or you don't have as much information as you think you do, you could end up putting your foot in your mouth or making yourself look bad. So be cautious of that. So I hope this reading was of help to you, all the signs of the zodiac out there, and I hope it was of some help. And if you would like to get any of the special videos that I record from my Vimeo on-demand pages, my most recent video series links are always posted below each video I record and put here on YouTube. And the links are also available on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. You can just scroll down. You can see all the video series I've recorded, what divination tools I've used, how long the predictions go out for in the different categories, and you just click on the zodiac sign you want and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. I really wish Max was not here snoring this loudly. I have to apologize because I don't like it when he does it. I know people think it's funny, but I find it annoying at times when he's loud. So But I want to thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And some of the most recent video series I've recorded are my full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, May 2022, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings for each sign of the zodiac. I used a lot of divination tools there, and you're going to find that those are very accurate also for your rising sign as well as your sun sign. So if you can get both your rising sign and your sun sign, I advise you to do so in my eclipse video series, as well as the solar eclipse in Taurus, April 2022, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings. I used the same video, I used the same format in both of those eclipse series, and you are still being affected by those eclipses for at least 6 months, and sometimes the effects can even last longer than that. So if you haven't gotten those eclipse videos, I think you really should check them out if you can afford to do so, because I feel there's very important messages in there for you, because the first card is what's ending for you from the eclipse. The second card will be what's beginning. The third card is what is your blessing from the eclipse, and the fourth card will be what's your karmic lesson. Then I look into the crystal and give you more messages and predictions, and then I have an oracle card that I pulled in these video series. So there's a lot going on in those videos. I really hope you check them out. Also, my What's Lucky and New for You in 2022 psychic tarot and oracle card readings are available. And those predictions are going to go out from March of 2022 until March of 2023. My career and finance, psychic tarot, and crystal readings, those predictions last for 12 to 18 months. They started in April of 2022 and go out until the end of October of 2023. My big love readings for 2022 for singles and couples. The first half of the reading is for the single people of your sign. The second half of the reading is for the coupled people of your sign. But there is messages that will apply to you on both sides of that reading, so I highly recommend you watching the entire video. Because another thing, you could start out as a couple in the beginning of the year and end up single by the end of the year, and vice versa. You could start out single in the beginning of the year and end up in a couple by the end of the year. So that's why they're combined into the one reading. Also, my Saturn in Aquarius, psychic tarot, and crystal readings, those predictions go from December of 2020 until March of 2023. So if you haven't checked out Saturn in Aquarius, psychic tarot, and crystal readings yet, that's still going on, Saturn in Aquarius. So you might want to check that out. Also, if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here on a video on YouTube, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and The Lucky Mermaid _ on Instagram. I use different divination tools, usually tarot, sometimes oracle cards, and sometimes the crystal. And I write out what my spirit guides tell me in 5 paragraphs. So believe me, many people find that there are messages and predictions in those written card pulls that I do that really speak to them and resonate with them. You may go over there and read it, and there could be 15, 20 messages, and you may find that 5 of them resonate with you, or 4 of them resonate with you. Maybe you'll find the whole thing resonates with you. So I hope you check those out. Many people like them. You may like them as well. If you would like to make a donation to this channel and help support the readings that I do here on my channel, There's a donation link I have connected to PayPal. And a big thank you to those of you who have been so kind and generous and donated to my channel. It does mean a lot to me and it does help me a lot. So thank you so much for that. I do truly appreciate it. So I hope all the signs of the zodiac out there have absolutely fantastic energy that comes to you from this new moon in Gemini, May 2022. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.